Hey, my beautiful bitches, it's me, Fiona St. James, and welcome to another episode of Fiona's Coffee Talks. And as always, I'd like to start off every day with a fresh, hot, black cup of coffee. Hold the cream! I'd love to. Of course, in my favorite mug, which is the logo of my channel. Coffee with no Kahlua. I know, right? And of course, I think my favorite quote of the century by Oscar Wilde, which is, "Life is too important to be taken seriously, so lighten up, folks." But today's topic is, I guess, kind of serious. Look, let's keep it real. I've never been politically inclined. Like, I keep up with politics, but I've always made it a point with this YouTube channel that I never want to do political videos. And I think I've maybe did one in the past. I just think it causes too many arguments. But guys, it is November 19th, Thursday. We had our election on November 3rd. So P.S., the topic for this video is the current U.S. political world that we're living in. And, we had the election November 3rd, and honey, people voted in record numbers. And it's obvious to everyone that Joe Biden is president-elect, and that orange piece of shit Trump is out. It's obvious to everyone except for Trump himself, which is like pathetic that he refuses to concede and actually deal with the reality that he's a loser. And what's worse is like all of the people around him, that enabling him and like feeding into this delusion of his that he's like the winner. Like he's even like, remember like at 2:00 that morning, they should stop counting votes, and any votes past 2 a.m. are going to be fraudulent. What, bitch? But even at that point, you were losing. Okay, so you know what? I would have been like, okay, no more voting. We'll go with what we have. Oh, that's right. You lost. And you still, I think the current total is like 306 to 232, which I believe is like pretty similar to what happened 4 years ago, but in his favor. But it's interesting because even 4 years ago, this idiot, after the fact that he won, was going on about, they fraud, blah, 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 like saying how the election was rigged because for whatever reason he thinks like he should have won the popular vote. Well, you didn't win the popular vote back then by 3 million, but thanks to this antiquated electoral college, that's the only reason we got stuck with you. And now, honey, karma's a bitch and your orange stupid ass is out the fucking door. Everyone... The people have spoken. That's true democracy. The people have spoken, and 6 million people more wanted your ass out. But yet you can't seem to understand that. And then what's worse is that his supporters, like Trump supporters, it's either that, I don't even understand that, but for those of you who are Trump supporters, I ain't here to read you, but it's like anyone who is holding on to that notion, it's either that people that are so into like the Republican Party that they don't give a shit how inept he is and how underqualified he was from the get-go and how he did absolutely nothing, because apart from everything else, it's the fact that as a human being, if you could even call him that, he's despicable. He's not decent, grabbing by the pussy and all this other shit, separating parents from their children, putting them in cages, and all the list goes on with all the nonsense and the stupidity that this man has done, not to mention the nonsense that comes out of his mouth, and how anyone could think that he's even the wee bit presidential or that he's actually accomplished anything is beyond comprehension. Liar, delusional, psychopath, sociopath, hideous to look at, you name it, the list goes on. But yet, I don't even understand how he got all of the votes that he did. But you know what? Even if Biden only won by 1 vote, the point is he won. And it's just amazing to me that here it is weeks later and he's not conceding or not admitting that he lost. You did, honey. You sit here and he wants all of these like recounting and, suing all these states 25, I believe, so far, all of which threw the cases out the window. The one case, the one that did actually recount, he ended up losing anyway, and I think by even more votes. So it's like, at this point, even if they recounted everything, he's too far behind to even win anyway. So like, anyone with any intelligence would see that. But let me tell you, what he's doing, and this is how dumb some people are, but he's sitting here like asking for all this money to like, you know, to a fund to like, you know, to fight this election, you know, to fight the election fraud. And let me tell you what that bitch is doing. Those of you who are actually donating money to him, he's taking that money and paying off his debts. He ain't, because it don't cost any money for them to recount. But he's doing that because he owes all this money. But these people are so brainwashed, because apparently they drank too much Kool-Aid, that they're sending him all this money because they think that he's going to suddenly like win. No, bitch, you lost. You're going to lose. New York State is going to come after your ass, and you're going to end up incarcerated, as well as all of your family and all of these idiots that you have working with you, enabling you. All of you need to be incarcerated for the criminal shit you've done. So, see, this is why I didn't want to do a political thing, because then I start reading bitches, and you know, that's not like me. I've always been so sweet and innocent, and I only say kind of nice things about people, usually. But, so, that's the point of all of this. It's just mind-boggling to me. But the positive spin to all of this in our current U.S. political situation is that we have a new president-elect, and I cannot wait to have this orange piece of garbage out of sight, out of the White House, not seeing him talking nonsense on the television. And P.S., this whole shit when he was saying that he had COVID, I never believed it, because there's no way that a 74, I think he is, 74-year-old obese man like that who thinks he's the perfect specimen, I don't know what mirror that bitch is looking at, but fat and stupid as you are, if he actually had COVID, he would have died. So no, I think all of that is a lie. I can't imagine that he had it on a Friday and suddenly, oh, look, I'm Superman. You know, oh, it's nothing. Everyone should get it just to, like, have it done and over with. Oh, it's not a big deal. Bitch, you didn't have it. And Melania, she supposedly had it, but yet we haven't seen her anywhere. But we did see, though, not too long ago after he lost, like a week or two ago, we saw this big moving truck outside the White House. Because, you know, that bitch is like, I'm out. And mark my words, when he's out, she'll get a divorce, she'll get her money, he'll end up in jail, he'll get his what he deserves. Because karma, unfortunately for him, unfortunately for anyone who's a nasty individual, karma has a way of coming back and biting you in your ass. So, but the positive note here is things that our future hopefully will be better, you know. We have finally a leader who's intelligent, that actually has a game plan, someone who actually knows what they're doing. So for that, I am happy. So, guys, thank you for being here with me and for listening. For those of you who maybe didn't like what I had to say because maybe you are a Trump supporter, I mean no disrespect to you. Anything that I'm saying about him. So the fact that you might be in support of him, don't take it personally, honey. Ain't nobody reading you. I'm reading him. Justifiably so. All right. Thanks for being here with me and for tuning in. Stay safe, stay healthy. Until the next time, tuning out. Bye.